Hi guys! So today I'm going to be answering your questions. I put a shout out maybe, I don't know, 2 months ago. I think it was on Twitter saying that I'm thinking of doing a Q&A and does anyone have any questions? And I got loads in and then I just didn't do the video. You know me by now, you know that I am completely last minute with things and just very unorganised. And then I've since had more and more questions, and then I watched Mrs. Meldrum, Rebecca's video on a Q&A, and it reminded me that I need to do mine. I have got all of my questions here on a list taken from blog posts and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, some emails. I get quite a few questions, which is really, really nice, and quite a lot of them are the same. I think some of them I was asked maybe 3 or 4 times, so I'm just going to kind of, obviously they're worded differently, but I'll just compile it to one question. There aren't too many, so I'll just see if I can get through them all. So the first one is, how has your social life changed since having Jasper? It's changed massively. I think because I went from living in Dubai and no, I wasn't single, I was with Pete, but I used to go on boat parties and beach parties and brunches, and it's a very kind of party scene. To then moving home, being 3 months pregnant and yeah, having a baby. So it's massively changed. I hardly ever see my friends, which is my own fault really. I could go out and see them, but we live in the middle of nowhere and I don't know, I'm waffling, but yeah, my social life is completely different. I don't really have a social life now, but that's something that I do want to work on because I miss adult conversation, quite frankly. No offence to Pete, because obviously he's an adult, but... Okay, number 2, what do you do for work? So at the moment, I am a full-time mummy. My only kind of source of income is from blogging. Originally, I was an English teacher, teaching English as a foreign language, and I was working with children with autism, and I was copywriting. So I did all of those things, but then because I was 3 months pregnant when I moved home, I just didn't think that I'd be able to get a job. So I just focused on blogging, and that's what I'm doing now, and for the foreseeable future. I don't really see myself getting a job just yet. Pete's probably going to kill me for saying that. Okay, and the next one, are you on maternity leave? So no, I'm not. I would like to work, I would like to earn a bit of money, but I just, at the moment, I am really enjoying being at home with Jasper and blogging, and I don't know, you never know, we'll see what happens. Okay, what's your typical daily routine with Jasper? So I did do a blog post, which I'll link below. We were really not in a routine at all, but I've since become really, really strict because Jasper's not sleeping through the night and I need a full night's sleep. So a typical routine, he wakes up about 7, breakfast and bottle at 7:30, nap at 9 for about half an hour, 10 o'clock a small milk feed, 11:30 lunch, 12 o'clock a nap. Today he's been asleep almost 2 hours, which is really, really good. About 2:30 he'll have another milk feed, 5:30 he'll have dinner, 6:30 he'll have a bath, and then 7 o'clock will be bottle, story time, and then bed. And that's it. Obviously in the middle we kind of throw in like gym, and like I go to the gym, he goes to the crash, and swimming and meeting up with like other babies, baby dates and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of a typical routine. When do you find time to get ready? So usually when Jasper has his half an hour nap in the morning at 9, I get ready then. Unless we have to be out of the house before or we're not going anywhere, then if we're not going anywhere, then I just kind of chill out in my PJs. But if we need to get ready before, then I usually just give him a toy and he occupies himself, or I bring him with me, and if I'm having a shower, he like bangs on the side of the shower, and yeah, but I don't really find it, I don't really take long to get ready, I don't really do much, so yeah, I don't really find it that difficult. How do you look so glamorous when your baby doesn't sleep? So you're right, Jasper doesn't sleep through the night yet. I haven't had a full night's sleep in months. I definitely don't think I look glamorous. It's really hard to answer questions like that. I hate when people say to you, oh, you know, how do you look so nice? I think, well, I don't think I do. I say to people all the time, like, I feel like I look horrible. I feel like my hair's a mess, but that's where I get the most compliments. Like, the majority of compliments I get are people saying, you know, your hair's so lovely, it's so thick, it's so long. But I hate it. I think it just looks like scarecrow hair. I think that's always the way, though. You're always going to hate what I don't know. Not that I can't change it. I don't know. But I do find that lately I've spent a lot more time kind of, I do my makeup and I fake tan and I've started going to the gym, and I think that for me, I'm quite superficial in that way, that I have to look nice to feel nice, and yeah, so I don't think I look glamorous, but I do try and spend a little bit of time every day, even if it's just painting my nails or braiding my hair, and I don't know, just a little bit of pamper time and whatnot. But thank you very much. Okay, why did you start blogging? I started blogging, one, because I wanted a way to document my pregnancy and I couldn't be bothered to write down in a diary, and two, because I thought I wanted to be a copywriter, and because I was pregnant, I thought, wow, pregnancy websites will want me to write for them, obviously, because I'm a copywriter and blah, blah. And then I realised that there were like millions and millions of pregnancy writers and baby writers, mummy writers, bloggers. So I thought, well, you know, if I want to get into this field, I really should start blogging. So I did. What are your top tips for blogging? My top tips are, be yourself. So don't start trying to write posts because you see that other people write them and they do well, or you know, don't feel like you can't say something, like you can't swear or you can't tell something quite intimate because people will judge you. Just be yourself. My favourite blogs are the ones that I read and they swear and they say things like, you know, when I shit myself during labour, and I love stuff like that because I just think, yes, you are real, and that's what I really, really like. So yeah, be yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself as well, because I've put so much pressure on myself before to get so many posts done and get so many followers, but it's not about that. It's about having a good small amount of followers that engage in your posts and your videos, and yeah, it's meant to be fun. I think the minute that it turns not fun and you're not enjoying it, then you shouldn't be doing it anymore. If you could choose blogging or vlogging, which would you choose? Oh, I don't know, because I really enjoy them both. I love writing, but I kind of feel like I got to a point where I was doing it a lot and I needed to develop and go on to vlogging. Oh, I don't know. I would say vlogging, because I like being able to sit and chat. I speak like this, I do in the car to myself. I'm constantly talking to Jasper, and I'm a really, really chatty person, so I probably think vlogging, although I feel like I may be better at blogging. Is Reese your son or stepson? ... I'm confused. Sorry that you're confused. Reese is my soon-to-be stepson. He is Pete's son, and when we are married in July, he will be my stepson. And the next question, it was quite similar, but someone's put, your boys are really close between in age. Did you plan that? Okay, so obviously Reese isn't my son, so I didn't have two babies really, really close, but I get that all the time. Or when I was like 9 months pregnant and I would walk around with a soon-to-be 1-year-old, people would look at me like, she's crazy. And so many people think they're twins because they are really similar size and they look so alike. No, that wasn't like a planned situation. It just, Pete had a son and we fell pregnant very quickly. So, yeah. Are you and Pete going to get married? Yes, we are. We're going to get married in July of this year, although we don't have a venue, I don't have a dress. Everything's kind of fallen through, so but it is happening. We are determined that it will happen. What's your favourite activity to do with Jasper and also as a family? So with Jasper, I don't know, I like to do sensory things with him, so I like to get jelly out, and it's kind of the only thing I've done with him really, but I like getting him to learn and develop in things. So when we go to baby groups, I really like knowing that he's getting something out of them. As a family, we like to go swimming, we go to soft play, and because we're surrounded by fields, we like to go for walks. That's our main thing. We love going for family walks, so that's always nice. Do you find being a stepmom easy? You seem to take it in your stride. I go through phases. So when we first moved back, while I was pregnant, I think I found it a lot easier then because obviously there was only Reese, and even when I was getting heavily pregnant, I developed a really special bond with Reese, and I would have him on my own on a Thursday while Pete was working, so we'd do our little kind of stepmummy and baby dates and like go for walks, and it was lovely, and it really helped me to bond with him. And yeah, there would be times when he would just come to me instead of Pete, and I'd like secretly be like, yes. But then I think as soon as I had Jasper, I think your mind just kind of switches, and no matter how much you want to share your attention, it is really difficult because your mind, well, obviously, if you'll know if you're a parent, your mind is just all consumed about your child. And so there are times when I find it difficult, you know, if I just get Jasper off to sleep and then Reese is crying, or that really awkward situation when Reese accidentally hurts Jasper, and it's like, oh, because you know if it was someone else's child, you'd be more like, oh. But when it's your stepchild, it's difficult. But no, he is such an easygoing little boy, and he makes being a stepmom so easy. I think we just go through like stressful times where Jasper's not sleeping and he's a bit of a pickle, and I think all week I'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm exhausted, Jasper's not sleeping, and I think, and now we've got another child to look after as well. But he loves his brother, and it's an amazing family dynamic. So I don't think that answered the question. I do find it easy in the grand scheme of things. I do have moments of like, oh, where are you originally from? So I am originally from Southampton. I lived there my whole life, and then I went to university in Bournemouth, so I lived there for 3 years, and then I've lived in Greece for work, and China for work, and Dubai, and then me and Pete moved home, and we lived in Hamble, and now we live in Thornton. But we're moving again, so we'll be living back in Southampton. And the last one, which is kind of split into 3, what's your go-to mummy product? My go-to mummy product is baby wipes, our baby wipes. Hands down, I use them for everything. Makeup remover, wiping Jasper's face, wiping the sides down. I wiped the sofa with them earlier. They are just a godsend. I think there are so many products that you don't need to buy if you have baby wipes. So baby wipes. And then what's your go-to baby product? I'd say baby wipes as well. Maybe teething gel, because at the moment Jasper's got 5 teeth coming through, which is a nightmare, and teething gel has been an absolute godsend. And then the last question, what's your go-to beauty product? I'm really not into beauty. Like, I am, and I want to be, but I'm completely out of my depth. I have not got a clue. But I would say BB cream. I think that's the one thing that if I had to leave the house and I could only grab one thing, it would be that. I think if I put lipstick on but I didn't have anything else on, it would look a bit weird. And same with like foundation and mascara and stuff. But I feel like BB cream is just like a nice tinted moisturiser type thing. To give me that glow and just make me feel like I can face the day, even if I don't have makeup. I would say probably that. So that's all the questions. I don't know how many there were. Over 10. I'm not sure. But I really enjoyed doing that. I really liked that. I've never kind of thought that I would enjoy a Q&A as much. So I'll probably do another one. If you really liked the video, then let me know. Please give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will definitely do another one of these. If you guys have any more questions for me, I might have just answered everything about me that there is to know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!